another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have oh, look at him. Look at him. He came in here. Let's get him on the screen. There he is. There he is. There he is. What's going on, fellas?
What's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, fam?
Man, guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. If you're watching, you can watch us on Facebook at Kingdom Purpose TV. You can watch us on our YouTube channel, Kingdom Purpose TV, YouTube Live. You can watch us on KingdomPurposeTV.com. And you can catch us over at KP Radio, too. We're streaming live on radio. I think we got 900 people watching us now on KP TV. Right now, and that number continue to go up. So, man, we're looking forward. If you're in the James Graham, I see you. Well, we was talking. We wasn't started yet. We was just sharing the Facebook and doing all this stuff. I know you couldn't hear us over there. So we're going to get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We got some Brady Rodgers debate. I know the Cowboys did their little thing. You know, we don't really like talking about Cowboys too much, but we're going to talk about a little bit of them tonight. And we got a little bit of Kyrie to talk about. But as always, man, we talk about that Monday night game first, and we had no NFL, but we did have a national championship game that came on Monday night. So we're going to take a little bit of that.
Emma's got a really consistent kicker.
Man, Georgia finally got over the hump, man. They had been years since the 80s since they won the championship. And that was a phenomenal game. It was a very defensive struggle in the beginning. And then Georgia began to get to pull away a little bit and got that pick six late in the fourth quarter to seal that victory. And so, man, I tell you that Georgia Alabama game, Georgia takes away the national championship, man. So we come back and we talk about it. Let's talk about that Monday night game, man. What y'all think about that?
The only thing I'll say, I mean, first of all, it was a great game. It was a great game. I was actually pulling for Georgia, not because I have anything against Alabama, because excellence is excellence, but just to see somebody different for a change, you know, get somebody a chance. The only thing I would say is it's tough to play in a national championship game without losing your top two wide receivers and your top two cornerbacks. And at the end of the game, they exploited the fact, I don't know what Georgia was doing for the beginning part of the game. Maybe they respected Alabama too much. Maybe they didn't pull it out. But, you know, after Bennett makes that fumble, they were like, yo, no, I can't go out like that. And they turned them loose, and they destroyed those two young corners. One a junior college transfer, one of them a true freshman. They hadn't been playing all year because the top five defensive backs were out for this game. So I only wish it had that, but that being said, it was an exciting game. Can't end any better than on a pick six. Only thing I didn't like was, come on, Nick, what you doing? You getting your quarterback killed today. You're not coming back with 45 seconds left to go try. Man, he took 3 sacks with 45 seconds left on the clock, man. Come on, man. Don't chill out, man. It was already demoralized. Just take a knee, get out of there, let them win the title, man. But other than that, great game.
Hey, man, the Georgia Bulldogs win the rematch, man. They gave up the SEC title to get the national championship. They were actually favored in both games. After Bennett lost that fumble, he was a different player. He could not get nothing going that first quarter, man. But it was like he refused to be the reason to lose this game. It was a great defensive game, first of all. But Georgia just came alive in the second half, man. They made plays. They made some big plays. And they the national champions.
Well, I would say Tony hit the nail, hit the hammer on the nail. Look, man, it's hard to win a game without your top two receivers. Alabama gave it all they could, man. But that freaking Georgia defensive line, listen, man, you would think they were some NFL players the way they were playing last night, man. But they balled out. I get that, but they balled out, man. But I just wish it would have been, that they could have had their corners and their receivers in there, But hey, you got to play the game, man. most of the time Alabama can fill a spot. But last night, I mean, this year it was Georgia's. It was Georgia's time, man. It was Georgia's
Definitely.
time, and got to give props to them where it's due. And it's good to see somebody else win. I'm with Tone on that too, man. It really is. It's good to see somebody else win. But I love that. I love that quarterback, man. I love him. I love him, man. I love him ever since I've seen him play from Alabama. I love that young fella, man. I felt bad for him, but somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose.
That's right. The game schedule got to be played with
But
or
it was
without
it
your best players.
was it just me or did Georgia suit up Dalvin Cook last night? That was not his little brother. That was Dalvin Cook. 'Cause, oh my goodness, dude, he ran like him, looked like him. I'm like, what in the world is going on here, man?
Yeah. He played
Both
well.
running backs, Tony. Both of them boys got it in
Yeah,
last night.
yeah.
Both of them.
You muted,
I was like, wow.
Bishop. You muted. Vernon T, we can't hear you.
Yeah, it would help if I take the mute off.
That was-
Yeah, I appreciate that. Man, I just dropped some jewels on y'all too. Yeah, I just dropped some jewels. Listen, man, let's get into this thing, man. Look, the season is over. MVP race. Who is it, man? Brady or Rodgers? What we got?
Aaron Rodgers, man.
Oh,
I mean, you could pick either or. You could pick either or. Aaron Rodgers, man. You could pick either or, but I would like to
Brady
give
leading the league. You know he leading the league in passing yards, right?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers' team won. Ain't they the top seed
They
in the playoffs?
they both got the same record.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yes, well now they
Packers
do.
lost.
Yeah, but okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
but
what?
really, but really, okay, all
All
right,
right, go ahead,
all
Elliot.
right.
You
They-
going to say something extraordinary?
all right.
What?
all right.
We talking about who?
Oh, you got somebody else for the MVP?
Man, Rodgers. I mean, it's a done deal. I don't think nobody else come close.
You don't
He
think
is-
Brady
he
come?
played-
Ho.
Not this season, man. Brady has had a great year, but not the impact Rodgers done had. I mean, this man done played with a broken toe. He done played-
Listen.
I'm listening. Come on.
Listen. I think Rodgers should win it too. All right. But hold on. No. Don't agree with me yet, man.
Uh-oh.
Right.
It's one thing to say Rodgers is the MVP. It's another thing that I like. Brady ain't had no phenomenal season. Tony, I know how y'all feel like Brady anyway.
No. I'm
It's
with
just
you. I'm with you. When you say it ain't even close, I was like,
oh right, it ain't close.
And so, but here's the thing: there's two other people that I feel like should be in this MVP discussion.
Who?
That's not really getting, the
Should
kind of
be
play.
close.
Who?
Huh?
Michael
That should be
Parsons.
close.
Micah Parsons
Not gonna
should
happen.
be in it.
But go ahead.
And
No.
But
I'm saying-
I know I agree with you. The question though
He should
was
be in
I was
there.
trying to say of who had a realistic chance of winning. But yeah, Michael Parsons, I agree.
But then this year, it showed that his injury showed the value that he has on the team, and that's Derrick Henry. Like everybody wanted to start talking about Taylor saying he was the best running back in the league. I'm like, when Derrick Henry went down, he was leading the league by like 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? And then so I'm like, yo, come on, like the year that Taylor had without that foot injury, this would have been the year I think that the running back took the award away from another team because he was having that kind of year.
Howard. Oh no, Howard, you already said your wrong answer. You said Eric. You said Rodgers.
Oh, hold it. Why is my answer wrong?
Because we all going with Rodgers.
Because we all going with Rodgers. I'm going with Rodgers too. I just ain't like the way Elliot. I meant Elliot, Howard, not you. I just ain't like the way
Thank you.
Elliot act like it won't close. Brady had a decent year.
No, he had a phenomenal year. I'm just tired of Brady. That's all.
I get it. And then too, if I'm not mistaken, the second show of our premiere, I think y'all was saying Brady was kind of overrated anyway, though, right? So I don't really.
No. I still think he's overrated.
I don't think he's
No, man, hold
overrated.
on. So
Now, that I don't think.
let's
I mean,
dude. So check it out. If you want to talk about it, you remember how we used to talk about basketball players? You shoot the ball 30 times, you're supposed to hit 30 points. Let's not get it twisted. Tom Brady has led the league in attempts, and he throws a lot of short passes. He's been throwing a lot of short passes to Hall of Famers and Pro Bowlers, so those yards pile up. So here's the thing.
Well, maybe
Don't
part of
hold
the
on.
game.
Don't let me,
Part of the
let me,
game.
maybe let me ask you this: when you say old, maybe then I need to figure out what's the consensus of being overrated.
No, because y'all. So when overrated, it's one thing about who's having a better year and who's smarter and stuff like that. But when you talk about the talent of a quarterback, I don't believe Brady, as far as arm talent and athleticism and things like that, belong in the category with some of these. Definitely not with Aaron Rodgers, and then some of these up and coming ones. The difference is Brady is so cerebral. He is a coach on the field.
That ain't part of being a quarterback.
It's part of being a quarterback. But what I'm saying is, if you were to take, you see what happens. When he was his last year in New England, what they do? They make the excuse that he has no weapons. Then the next year they say Cam Watch when he had the same weapons that Brady had. It's all about making the excuse for your narrative, whatever narrative you want to make. And so you had Aaron Rodgers playing games without Adams, and he's throwing to now all of a sudden people saying Valdez Scantling is so great. If he's a free agent this year, I guarantee you he's coming back to Green Bay saying, you know what, I tested the waters. I think I really want to stay here because there's going to be no market for him. Now, unlike the receivers, in Dallas, where if any one of those hit free agency, somebody's asking, yeah, come on, because they have the most stacked receiving core in the league.
Elliot, do you got something to say on this before we move on?
Yeah, Brady's not overrated. He's older and he's still doing it. I mean, come on. He got to be top 5 of all time.
All right.
He's the GOAT.
All right, Tom. I guess what Tony mean is he's old. See, that's when you not. Okay, I'm gonna let that go because he just said you're top 5 and then GOAT. Now he can't be top 5 and GOAT. GOAT is one.
Is one.
Go is one. He can't be top 5 and GOAT. Now, we gotta move on, but which one is he?
He got 7 rings, man.
He's the
so is he top
5?
Is he top 5 or is he GOAT? We want to get you on record.
He the greatest all time at that position.
Okay, so he's number 1 then.
Whatever. Okay, I don't want to hear another Jordan or LeBron word. I don't want to hear no Jordan or LeBron out your mouth because all I want to hear now is Bill Russell. Don't say nothing else in the world but Bill Russell. Don't say nothing else in the world but Bill Russell.
All right, let's go. We got a lot to go. We got a long show. We got 1 hour. Let's go. All right, look, man. Chauncey Billups made this statement. I want to kind of get you guys quick response on this. Chauncey Billups said, talking about Kyrie Irving, he's must-see TV. I personally think, as somebody that played the position, I think Kyrie's the most skilled player that's ever played that position. Just straight skill, nothing else. What you think? Kyrie, most skilled player, point guard ever? Yay or nay?
Nah. That's Magic Johnson, man. Come on.
Magic couldn't shoot like him.
We said all-around skills, though.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Nobody was ever able to control the game the way Johnson was, man.
No, that means player. We talking about skills. In the skills challenge, it's hard to deny he probably has the best handle the game has ever seen. And it's been a lot of people out there, but Kyrie, he's one of the best finishers for a little guy. Top, he's
one of the best.
Ever. And so he can shoot. He's one of I can't say he's
top 3
most. Yeah, because I don't see anybody else that has the combination of everything that he does. You look at like Steph, you look at you look at Magic, but you got to go back more to like a Oscar Robertson or somebody like that can do, that can do everything. Most other players are specialized. Do you know what I mean? Like they're great players, but they don't have the overall same skill set.
Howard, best skill player, point guard ever.
Tough, man. It's tough, but I can put one guy, and y'all can debate it if you want to. I could put one guy up against him as was just as skilled as he was. I don't know, man, because that dude can handle that ball with that left.
You took us on a date and didn't buy us dinner. I mean, what?
Hey, look. Look, he probably is, but you know who I would put up, I would run against him is Jason Williams. Jason Williams.
Wait, it's two. It's
Let me tell you
actually it's three. It's three Jason Williams, but are we talking about?
I hope he talking about the forward that used to play for the Bulls. I mean, I hope he talking about. He talking about white chocolate.
Hope ain't talking about who?
Chocolate?
That's who I'm talking about. White chocolate.
What?
You want to say skilled? Let me tell you something.
I don't want, but I don't consider him on the same. He was
good.
He was
He was good.
Like,
he was good.
Yeah, no, he was flashy. He was and1, so I will give him that. But as far as
if you gonna say
overall,
white chocolate, then I'm throwing in Professor. I'm sorry, Elliot. You know who that is, Elliot? Elliot, do you know who that is?
You got me.
Yeah, because you didn't laugh, so I knew that you didn't know who that was. All right, Skip Tuma. How about Skip Tumalou? I put in Skip there. Yeah. I put in Skip. All right, so look, do y'all think he top 5? Y'all think he top 5? Skill?
Oh, definitely.
All right, let's go on. Let's move. We just wanted to get through that. All right, look, guys, this is our fan segment coming up here where we bring somebody in, man, and talk about one of the games that we had. And I want to talk about them 49ers, man, what they did, because, you know, they did their thing on that game, man. So, look, we got my man, look at him, my nephew right there, Antoine. What's up, baby boy?
Yo, what's up,
going on, fellas?
What's going on? What's up, Twan?
Hey, man, this dude. Go ahead.
Y'all see the shield, right?
Hey, he a diehard 49er fan, man. He a diehard 49er fan. So I wanted to give the 49ers a little bit of love, you know, for what they did in that game that came up. So look, the first thing is, man, how impressive did them 49ers look? We'll start with you, Antoine.
I think the second half, you know, once they went in the locker room, regrouped, I think Kyle Shanahan kind of found certain spots he can exploit. So I think, you know, second half they got to the 49ers football, which is they started running the ball, they started getting positive yards, and that opened up the pass. So, you know, they came out gunning. You know, and that's what I was hoping for.
My man. Elliot, what do you think about how impressive they look?
Hey, they look real good, man. I don't know what Dallas gonna do this weekend, but they look real good on both sides of the ball. And your boy G was playing with a lot of confidence, and they hard to beat when he get that, man.
Oh man, Howard, what do you think about the game?
Listen, they scary, man. It's just that simple. These dudes are scary, and they're scarier than the Cardinals to me. So, what I saw out there, if they repeat that same thing, if they're able to run the ball like they did against the Rams, it's going to be a problem for us, man. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, but I'm still at heart with my boys, but it's going to be a problem.
I know. We coming to the game here in a second. That's why I'm going to let you get a chance to talk about the game.
My goodness, man.
So Howard texted me, and he was like, hey, you got to watch out for them. They're going to come down. I'm like, oh, man, I'm not worried about it. They're not going to do this. The defense is too good. And, again, y'all remember I said this last week. I never understand why you're going to prevent defense when you've been stopping a team's passing game all game. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. But it was just the heart out there, man. Those guys. And it wasn't everybody talk about Debo. No, man, Brandon Ayuk is that dude, man. And he came out there. He was making big catch after big catch. It was, I don't know what they were in Stafford's heart. Like it was like they were just running past him. And like he said, like when Sam Darnold said, I was seeing ghosts. he started throwing the ball away sometimes because he had been hit so much. You know what I mean? He was like, nah, let me just get rid of the ball so that don't happen again, man. I was thoroughly impressed. And one of the things that people don't realize, because Jimmy Garoppolo gets a really, really bad rap, but honestly, the dude is number 2 in the league for average per completion. And also, he has a top 10 quarterback rating, and he has almost 70% completion percentage for the year. And the dude was doing it with a broken thumb and torn ligament. So I'm coming from a team that has no quarterback. So if y'all want to get rid of Jimmy G, by all means, put him on the market.
Nah.
Hey, I'm telling you, somebody will pick him up. And this leads me to my next question. Y'all know they got this first round pick that they picked up in Lance just hanging in there. You know they play. My question is,
Right.
do y'all think Jimmy G gonna be on the roster next year? Or better yet, what do he have to do in this playoff run to stay on the roster? Because I think he's gone. But what does he have to do to stay?
He's gone. The only thing he can do, like if he wins a Super Bowl, that's probably the only thing that he can do to stay on the roster. And then they'll just bench Lance for another year and let Jimmy G play out the last year of his contract. But I think short of winning a Super Bowl, because if they lose in the Super Bowl, they're going to do the same thing that they did. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to move on and grab the next quarterback, because if we had that one quarterback to make that next throw, we would have won that game. You know what I'm saying? There is always that woulda, coulda, shoulda. So the only thing he can do is actually win the Super Bowl.
Antoine.
And then they got to
Go ahead,
save
Tom.
face because they gave up all them picks for Lance, so
They
he
did.
has to work out.
They did. Antoine, you think he's gonna be on the roster next year?
I think ultimately, like you said, is like the only thing really right now at this point is winning the Super Bowl. Is probably going to keep him on the roster. I don't think Trey is fully ready yet, but I think the more actual full game speed and experience he gained, I think it all come together for him. So at the same time, I wouldn't kind of mind keeping Jimmy at least one more year, but it's just hard to say. You know, like you said, I think the only thing can really save him is making the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl ultimately.
Man, Elliot, what do you think?
Man, I don't think he got to do either. He can lose this first game, this first round playoff. He'll be back on the roster next year. He still got another year. They're gonna play them out.
Howard, what you think?
Yet.
Look, the main thing with Jimmy G, man, is he got to stay healthy, man. This dude don't stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy. He gets hurt a whole lot. What I got to give to him though, man, and Tony put it on the ball a while ago. This dude is playing with a messed up thumb on his throwing hand. Come on, man. And he's doing what he's doing. That shows a lot about that young kid, man. But like I said, I don't know if he's gonna go. I don't know if he's gonna stay. I think they're gonna see what happens in the playoffs, and then the decision gonna be made from there. If he don't play well against Dallas and they lose, I think he's out of there.
Yeah, and see, I think something must be going on with Lance as far as what they're looking at in practice. Because when you draft a guy that, what they take him, their number 1 pick, didn't they?
Yeah, first round pick.
First round pick. Yeah,
and we moved up to get him. We gave away
everything.
To get everything.
You know, usually in a situation like that, you know, usually they'll bring a guy in. But I mean, I think they're doing good by sitting them for that year. But I think anybody will pick Jimmy G up if he come out there. I think Jimmy G, like Howard said, it's about him staying healthy more so than his quality play.
It's hard to have $27-28 million sitting on the bench, though. That's
what I'm saying. It's hard. Unless it's something that they see, you know, like that.
Right.
All right, look, let me add this the next thing. Look, man, how afraid should them Cowboys be in the first round? Because, you know, they got the 49ers.
Right, yes.
Hey, they got the 49ers.
Yes.
I'm gonna start with you, Elliot.
Hey, I see the Cowboys winning the game. Sorry, telling you, I do see them winning, but they got to bring their A game. They got the offense got to play ball and defense. That's the only way they're gonna pull this out.
You talking about the Cowboys or the 49ers?
The Cowboys. The Cowboys.
All right. How afraid should they be, Tony?
The 49ers play bully ball on both sides of the ball, man. You know what I mean? And I would be afraid if I was the Cowboys for this instance only. Because they're the most penalized offensive line in the league. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like that puts drives, you know what I'm saying? On first down, you getting holding penalties all the time. Now you starting at 1st and 20, and they have a team. And then the boy out there, Nick Bosa, man, he a problem by himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. Like their defense, they play bully ball. Now, don't get me wrong. If the Cowboys were smart, they'll play max protect because the weakness of the 49ers is their secondary. You put CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper out there one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, to be able to run through zones and stuff like that and max protect so the line don't feel like they have to do so much, then they got a chance to move the ball. I personally don't think the Cowboys have a real good shot to run the ball, so it's going to have to be those kind of passes, but I don't know that the coaching staff gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I think they stubborn and gonna just try to do what they do, and what they've been doing is getting a lot of holding penalties, and that's not good. So they should be very.
I think they both line up against each other very well. Really, I think they line up very well against each other. If Dallas bring their game, Tony just said the big picture is what that offensive line is going to do. If they keep doing what they've been doing, getting these penalties, man, putting us in positions where we don't need to be in, you cannot do this against this 49ers team. Can't do it. Cannot do it, period. If we get some type of running game, we're going to be all right. But I told you from the jump, man, they scared. To me, they should be afraid. They really should. Because I am right now. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I am. I'm telling you the honest truth, man. That team I just saw Sunday, oh my God, man. Listen. They got a team. If they got a team, to me, they got a defense that can roll. They got a team that can go to the Super Bowl, man. That's just my point. But they got a team that can do it, and they showed that against the Rams.
What do you think? Should the Cowboys be worried?
I think the entire NFC should, to be honest. I feel that our physicality is one of our main strengths, and we don't blitz often. We're getting to the quarterbacks and stopping the run mainly just with our front four. So the only thing is our weakness, like you said, is our secondary. But I said from the start, if we make the playoffs, we are a huge threat as an underdog in the playoffs. If we get the Cleveland, and our defense really fuels off our offense. We move the ball and we moving them chains. Our defense go out there hype. Nick Bosa, Armstead, them boys is getting in there. So, they should definitely be worried. But I think also, like Howard said, I think it's a great matchup on both sides because, the Cowboys is not no pushover. They got some weapons out there on the receiving core. And, a lot going to depend, like you said, on that running. And if that can handle that pressure, that's what's going to depend on.
My man. All right, well, look, that leave me here. Look, do y'all think, yes or no, is this 49er team a team that can get to the Super Bowl?
Or will?
Can, not will. Can.
Yes.
I think so.
What do you think, Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. It's too much power in NFC, man. You got Green Bay, Tampa Bay.
Hey, it got to be one, man.
I think they can get to the Super Bowl. I think this is a team that can get to the Super Bowl.
Hey, you have to also realize we get a bunch of injuries back.
Right.
We get a bunch of injuries back. We getting a lot of the bricks to our foundation back. So we was doing a lot with injuries. So if we getting all these different players back, that's only making it harder. So, I definitely think we're a threat.
Howard,
Can't be overlooked.
last word on this.
But I will say this: we got number 11 across the field. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell
He
you
dropped it.
something. They better be aware, buddy, because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
coming. He's
Right.
coming.
Oh,
Right.
he coming.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he definitely
He's
coming.
coming.
They ain't using them
Yes,
right though,
sir.
because they got to have Gregory and Lawrence out there, so they got them dropping back in coverage a lot, man. No,
Yeah, they
let
do.
that dude go after the quarterback,
That's
man.
all
He
he
dropping
should be
back
able
too
to
much
do.
in
That's
coverage.
it. Man, that was a great fan segment. Antoine, you brought the fire,
Hey,
baby.
Appreciate it,
Go
brother.
ahead now.
You brought the fire, baby, boy. We appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah.
Look, man, if them boys beat Cowboys, you might as well go ahead and get back on next Tuesday, and we talking
Oh,
about it. Cause
I'm all for it, man. I appreciate it.
let's do it, man. All right, fellas, we thank
All
Antoine. He hanging out there, man.
right.
All right. Look, man, I got a question. We got to get to it before we get to these segments. Look, man, was it a mistake to fire Brian Flores, man, off the Dolphins?
Yes.
yes and no.
Yes.
The reason why I say no is because everybody can't be Bill Belichick. You can't upset everybody else in the organization, and it's not a cohesive thing. Him and the GM was fighting, dude. You know what I'm saying? So like when him and the GM going back and forth, you got to pick one. If more people dislike you than dislike the GM, you're gonna lose on that. So I agree that it was a mistake from a coaching standpoint, but from a culture standpoint, sometimes you gotta, and then he don't like Tua, so you choose the quarterback over the coach most times.
Every time. Elliot, was it a mistake?
Yeah, it wasn't a mistake, but that's what happens, man. You gonna go with who you paying the most money to, man. That's what it boils down to. But yeah, definitely a mistake. They had an awesome end to the season, man. He had the boys rallying, playing ball. But this right here, to me, it was a mistake, man.
Howard.
I think it was a mistake, and at the same time, I think it's going to be better for Flores because somebody about to pick him up. I know Tony want him. Tony want him. Tony will take that
Yeah,
joker.
no, actually, I
Tony would
want
take
y'all
him.
DC. I want y'all DC, but the Giants. That's why they fired the coach today. He was like, "Oh, Flores available." Hey, yeah, bro, you got.
Yeah, he won't be on the market long, not long at all. All right, fellas, we at 9:40, man. Let's get into some segments. First segment we're gonna get into, man, is Howard's heroes. He's gonna tell us of the 3 heroes of the weekend. Let's get into it.
My. This game here.
On 3rd and 9. Good pocket.
They show that they ready to play. They ready to go to the playoffs, y'all. They got the fellas. They reps. They're ready to go to the playoffs and hold this home field advantage down. I'm looking at my boys to do great things,
In Dallas territory on
even though they
1st
played a horrible team. It's good. Yeah. This game here was one of the best games of the week, baby. Got to give it props to the Steelers. Give it up to them. Give it up to them. Give it up to them. Them boys got into the playoffs on the have their chin. Props up to Pittsburgh Steelers. This game here, another great game came down to the man. Good gracious. The 49ers showed that they're going to be reckoned with in the playoffs. They still got to come to Texas, baby. We ready. Let's see what happens. You know who I'm going for, the Dallas Cowboys, but the 49ers taught the Rams a lesson. Didn't they do that, y'all? They taught them a lesson.
They taught them a lesson. All right, man, Howard talked about that. He had the Cowboys, he had the Steelers, and he had the Rams. Man, I think that Steelers game was a phenomenal game in that to score. But, at least we got to play one more week.
That's right.
And I'm talking about last week, not this one coming up. We won't get
The
past
Big
that.
Ben tour continue.
Yeah, you never know though. If
That's
we can
another
somehow,
game check. Boy. That's
if
another
we
game check.
if we can hold the Chiefs to 13 points, we might win. 'Cause we
Never
ain't.
know.
By the
Any
way,
given
let me
Sunday.
just say one thing real quick. Y'all been talking about the 49ers like they blew the Rams out, man. It was a 3-point game in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not
Yeah,
act
but the
like
49ers led 17-0, Tony. That's big. At home.
okay, dude. They
That's
beat them by
big, brother.
3 points. They beat them
It
by
don't
3.
matter. They was losing by
Okay,
17.
okay. I'm just saying.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, bro.
Man, them
Gunslinger,
them 49ers though,
Gunslinger did what we thought he would do.
them boys made you look at them though, man. Them boys,
Yeah.
anybody, I wouldn't want to play them.
No, I agree, but I mean, what I'm saying is I think it's too early to anoint them the title and too early to bury the Rams.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
no, we ain't gonna bury the Rams.
The Rams got one nemesis, and it's the 49ers. They ain't beat them in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
That's
even
why
when
I
the
say.
49ers ain't
That's why I
good,
say.
they beat the Rams.
They better be glad they ain't seeing the 49ers.
Yeah, they better be glad. Let's
Yeah,
go
they
on,
ain't in the
fellas.
same bracket.
Let's get on. We got Elliott surprises. Well, he's gonna tell us the top 3 surprises of the week. Let's get into it.
Man, the Indy Horseshoes was not so lucky on this Sunday afternoon. For the Colts, it was just simple, man. Win and you in. Win and you in. Against the 2-14 Jaguars, man. They could not pull it off. Hey, congratulations to the Tennessee Titans, man. Losing Derrick Henry in week 8. They was able to overcome losing their best player and still lock up the number 1 seed in the playoff, finishing the season, man, 12-5. That was just awesome. You cannot take nothing away from them boys. Man, what happened? The Chargers were down 29-14 in the fourth quarter. Forced the game into overtime. All they needed was the tie. Both teams go to the playoffs, sending Pittsburgh back home, but instead they helped old Big Ben continue this tour, and the Raiders are in the playoffs. Hey, now that could be a dangerous thing.
Hey, and the Chargers was hoping for a tie.
They was. They actually thought
They was gonna get
I really
one.
believe
Hey,
they thought they
man,
were in for
I'm
it.
glad.
Howard,
They was
look,
gonna get one.
I think what happened was somebody was like, okay, wait, everybody know that this is set up. Let's go ahead and kick it. Because, bro, it looked like a straight setup, man.
Yes,
What
it
I think
did.
really
Come on,
happened,
man.
right? Here's what
I talked to
think
Howard,
really
text me and tell me, I say, man, that tie thing, Howard said, ain't gonna be a tie unless it's set up. I was like, woo.
What I think happened, somebody let out a bug. If we tie, we got to play Kansas City next week. Ew.
Oh, yeah. So the Raiders was like, you know what? Nah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and win. We're going to let the Steelers play Kansas City. We'll take our chances with Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But I'm so glad they came out the way they did because I am looking forward to the upset.
Hey, look.
Okay.
Look.
And that's possible.
They
I
coach
can see that.
They coach should be fired.
Who? The Chargers.
The daggone Chargers coach need to be fired.
Why?
I wouldn't be mad at him.
His bogus decisions that he made in that game.
Yeah, he made some. He
called a timeout, man. He called a timeout with the time running. And the Raiders were not calling a timeout.
Yeah, but how can you?
He called a
So
timeout.
number one, hindsight being 2020, you don't know what that other team gonna do. You calling a timeout just in case you stop them. You give your quarterback, who just for the fourth quarter moved the ball up and down the field, you give your quarterback a chance to pick up 20 yards and maybe you kicking the field goal to put the Raiders out of the playoffs.
Tony.
No.
Tony,
What I'm saying is when he
that
called the
coach should have
timeout.
had in his own head. Look, if we tie this game, we go to the playoffs.
Go
If
to the
we tie,
playoffs.
we going.
Hey, you know what they should have been
Simple as
saying? If
that.
we stop Brandon Jacobs on 3rd and 6, we're going to the playoffs. That's what they should have been saying. But
Yeah,
instead,
they could have
they
been
let
saying
him
that
go
too.
run
No,
and
they
pick up 12, 14 yards. So, it's
because he
that you
called the
can't blame him.
timeout,
What he
dude.
he
He
gave
called the
Jacobs a
timeout.
power boost by calling the timeout. I mean,
Yes,
his fatigue was on in the timeout.
Gave him some energy.
Didn't you see it?
The Gatorade cup was on Jacobs, and then he called timeout. Took the
That's
Gatorade
funny.
cup
Turbo
off.
button.
Okay, I get it.
148 yards
Crazy,
later.
man.
Yeah, that's
Right.
good. All right, fellas, let's get into it. We got Tony's top 5. Well, he's going to give us the top 5 power ranking of the teams of the NFL. Let's get to it.
All right.
Nope.
Well, as you know it, it's a little difficult to sort out all these teams with the same 12-5 record, but I ended up leaning on the Rams as being number 5. Look, I know they just lost in a tight game in overtime, but I still feel like offensively and defensively, they have both a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, and they have 3 Hall of Famers on the defensive side of the ball. When it comes down to it, I trust them the most, so I put them in number 5. Number 4. It's the Titans defense they're playing great. They're starting to run the ball, and they get that bad man Derrick Henry back this week. And so with that being said, being able to do all of that, I feel as though they're a strong number 4 team. Number 3, we got the Chiefs. Of course, I trust Patrick Mahomes, even though he be having my heart shaking sometimes. He's still Patrick Mahomes. He still has Tyreek Hill. He still has Kelsey. He still has Mecole Hardman, who is starting to show that he is the fastest man. Like, I think he might be able to get Tyreek Hill in a race. Number 2, tired of seeing them, and I actually don't really have a whole lot of faith in this pick right here because their secondary is just completely decimated, and they're still bad. They just happen to play bad teams the last few weeks, but they're still doing it, so I'm going to give Tom Brady the benefit of the doubt with the 7 rings. And then number 1 right now, that bad man Aaron Rodgers is doing his thing. Their offense, I'm a little worried about their defense, but with Aaron Rodgers, defense, they'll still get it done.
All right, fellas, do you got any problem with that?
Yes, I do. You know I got a problem with it.
All right, I knew you were gonna have a problem.
What's your problem?
Yeah, you knew it. You knew it. You know I had a problem with it.
But they put up 51 points on who, Howard?
Man, I don't care about that. That ain't even got no problem. I don't even care about that. That's real
on the
talk.
popcorn vendor.
You showed right about that. That's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. They still won the game. The Rams lost.
They did.
Again. They
lost.
Howard,
let me tell you why. I know what your problem is. You think I should put the Cowboys up here, but here's why I have no faith in the Cowboys. And I'm going to tell, or I have limited faith. Let's first talk about.
I don't care what you don't have no faith in Dallas Cowboys. This is your segment. I get it.
Let's talk about what's good about it. No, but let me see if I can get you to understand.
Nope.
Number 1.
I don't need to, because you've been doing this week to week. Some weeks you were good.
I know what it is.
But these last few, you sucked at this.
You don't like to hear facts. Because you don't.
It ain't got to do with the fact, man.
You don't want to hear that they're the overall 3rd most penalized team in the league.
You the same dude that said Tennessee was done after they lost their man.
No. You don't.
You the same guy that said Tennessee was done after they lost their running back. You said that.
Howard, just because you say it louder don't make you right. You don't want to hear.
You did say it.
Have a 17% conversion rate on 3rd down when it's more than 3rd down and 6. So when they're the most penalized team, and then they back the team up, then they can't get in 3rd down, which slows down.
We're gonna do a new segment from now on. Tony, you don't got the top 5 no more. Let's do top 6.
And then on top of that, your field goal kicker, if it comes down time to it, your field goal kicker has missed the most kicks and the most extra points in the league this year. And then if it comes down to a close game, do I trust your coach will know when to call a timeout or not to call a timeout? Do I trust that your coach will make the right decision on whether to go for it on 4th down or not to go for it on 4th down? Do I trust?
Do I got to keep listening to this?
do anything.
Bishop,
You know what?
can
It's
you ask
time for
him?
you to hear some
Can
facts
you
and stop.
pause
Ain't
him for a
nobody
second?
questioning the fact
Can I get
that you
can
put
I get a
your
word in?
trash Cowboys team in on a playing
Can I
against
get a word in?
the practice squad for the
Can
Eagles.
I get a word in? Can
You
I
can
get a
get
word
whatever
in?
you want in.
Look, listen to me, Tony. You know I don't care about that game there. That was just a travesty all by itself. I don't care about
And
that.
throw out the
You know,
Washington
goodness,
football game too. Throw that one out too.
and we could. Well, you might well throw the game in our division out if that's the case, because they throttled all of them. But what I'm saying is,
leave Washington alone. Go ahead, Howard.
what I'm saying is, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Tennessee, this is what you said. Tennessee was done after they lost their running back. You
Watch
said
this,
this.
Howard. I was
They're
wrong.
still number. What number you got the rank?
Hey,
What
watch
number you
this,
got the
Howard.
rank?
Hey, watch this, Howard. I was wrong.
Good. You wrong on the Rams being there too with the same quarterback that we just talked about last week. That if he throw interceptions, that they were gonna be in trouble. And he did it again Sunday, and they're in trouble. So you trust their quarterback not throwing an interception. You got me on all of that. Leave me alone, Tony. You just don't like Dallas. Just call it what it is.
No, dude,
Call it what it is.
Howard, first of
Call
all,
it what it is.
First of all, there's 3 teams that
Call
I
it
trust
what
that can
it
win the
is.
Super Bowl this year for real. It's Tampa Bay because of Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers because of Green Bay because of Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes.
Me.
They the only 3 that I feel comfortable with. Everybody else, they all have holes. I'm just picking the lesser of.
And Kansas City don't got a hole after they done been killed on their defense the last 3 weeks. They don't got a hole.
Howard.
They should have lost that game the other night to y'all if the man wouldn't have fumbled. So what you saying, son?
Howard, did you watch the game, Howard? I watched the game.
I watched the whole game.
Yeah,
I watched the whole game.
I also watched who was
so
in the game.
So what you saying? They got holes too.
I'm a Broncos fan, and I felt like that would have been a hollow win because they weren't playing Tyreek Hill because he has a heel injury. So he was playing. He played. He was in there when they needed him to catch that ball on 4th and whatever. He was in there. Only reason they didn't do it because he got a penalty.
So they played Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
Come on, man. Their defense is hard. We were talking about their defense the whole time that they was on their winning streak. Their defense the last 3 weeks has been horrible. Now tell me that they haven't.
Right, but tell me they didn't put up. Did you see the points that they put up on Denver, who is what, a top 5 defense? So what I'm saying is they are still the Chiefs. They've been there, they've done that. I trust them to do it. The only thing I can say about everybody else is nobody else has been there and done that. So I don't have the confidence in them that I have in those 3 teams that I said.
Let me ask you, Howard, real quick.
I'm really shocked on that.
Who would you replace and put Dallas in place of?
The Rams. Get them out of there. We number 5. Get them out of there. Cowboys number 5.
Oh,
Rams
okay,
number 6.
Yeah. That ain't there. That's somebody different. Tom, let's get out of here. Let me take. He want Dallas in there, and they beat Philly.
We just finished talking about how good the 49ers are. And it took that 49ers win to make Dallas and them have the same record. And we talked about how good 2 of their losses were against them. Y'all played the Giants twice. You played the Eagles. I don't
care who we play. You play your schedule, man. I don't care about all that. You play your schedule, man. Don't come with all of that stuff. That extra stuff. Don't come with it.
They played their schedule, and it was tougher than y'all's. And because 3 of their teams are in the playoffs.
You can say what you want. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody's schedule, no games.
Okay.
They got to play who they get scheduled.
I get it.
What you want me to say about
that? Let's roll. We gotta go on who you got. So who you got?
You a hater, Tony.
We got who you got. These were the games we went up last week. We had to pick. We're gonna see our picks. It was Cowboys, Eagles, 49ers, Rams, Patriots, Dolphins, Chargers, Raiders, Bengals, Browns. On the Cowboys, we all picked the Cowboys. On the 49ers, Tony and myself picked the Rams. Howard and Elliott picked the 49ers. On the Patriots, we all picked the Patriots, and we was all wrong. All right, and on the Chargers, Raiders, me and Tony picked the Raiders, and you and Elliott picked the Chargers.
Pick them.
And
Yeah.
then on the Bengals,
All of us
Browns,
lost this too.
all of us went with Cincinnati on that pick. So last week Tony was 11-7, I was 10-8. Elliott was third with 9-9, and Howard was last with 9-9. All right, after this week's pick, this is the final for the week. Tony is 13-10. I'm 12-11. Elliott is third at 11-12, and Howard is last at 11-12. All right, this is how we end up. Look, real quick, guys, we got to go through the playoffs, and we got to pick the playoffs this week. So let me get my pen and paper
You
ready.
wrong, Bishop.
All right, right.
You wrong, Bishop.
All right, fellas, here's the
wrong,
playoffs.
Bishop.
Let's go. We got to get through it real quick. Oh, let me get my thing. Howard, me, Elliott. All right, we got the Chiefs Steelers. Who we got?
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm right now. Everybody with the Chiefs? I'm going with my Steelers. I got to. I might lose because of this, but I ain't going against them. All right, we got Bills Patriots. What we got?
Bills.
Bills.
Patriots. I'm gonna go Bills. Patriots.
They just lost again to Miami, man. Patriots on the losing streak almost.
Bengals Raiders.
Cincinnati.
Bengals. That's gonna be tough though, because they got
Elliott,
that
who you
Waller
going with?
back. That's
I'm
gonna
going
be
with
tough.
Raiders. Bengals. All right.
This is the hard side right here.
Bucks Eagles.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Yeah, ain't nobody going with the Eagles.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Man,
but
shoot, that's gonna be tough, man.
Don't be surprised if the Eagles take this.
Rams, Cardinals.
Ooh.
Rams.
Ooh. Whoa.
I'm going Rams.
That's tough. I'm going Cardinals, man.
Ooh.
They're gonna have DeAndre back. I'm going with Cardinals.
Oh, is he back?
He should be. He said he will be back in the playoffs. Yes, sir. I'm going with the Cardinals.
I'm going with the Rams.
That's a faith move.
All right, I say this last one. Cowboys Niners.
Oh God.
I'm going. You know I'm hometown Bishop, so you ain't had to ask that question.
I didn't. Yeah, that wasn't for you.
That wasn't for me.
Man,
I think
that's a tough one.
Elliott, stop
It
tripping.
is.
You know you're going Dallas.
I think I need to go.
I'm gonna go with the
I think I need to
Cowboys.
go
That's gonna be
Niners.
tough.
I'm
think I
going
need
with
to
the
go
49ers. I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, I think I am too. Hey, this would be y'all week to catch up.
This will be your week to catch up. This will be your week to come out of last. How?
I ain't the only one that laughed.
Yeah. I'm going 49ers.
I'm tied for third.
I'm
tied for third.
I feel you on that.
G got the Niners too. So
G got the Niners too on that. We'll put them in there. And the cards. We'll pick the cards too. All right. Well, man.
I'm tied for third, man.
That was, man. We had a great show. We thank Antoine for being on the fan segment, man. That was great. Good show.
Antoine brought it too.
Brought it too. Yeah. I gave him the topics too, though. So, he was got to be prepared. I can't have my fans coming on here. Y'all just crushing them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't be knowing. I think people don't understand this. Y'all talking really just off of the dome. But listen, guys, join us next week every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, man. We got the playoffs coming. Is it this week playoffs this weekend, ain't it? Saturday and Sunday, ain't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So we got the playoffs
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
And Monday.
Yeah.
There's no Thursday game, though, right?
No.
All right, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're going to have a lot of football to talk about. As soon as this football over, we'll jump into basketball real heavy. But right now, the football is overtaking everything, man. So that was a great show. We see everybody same time, same bet station next week for Sports Talk Unfiltered. We out.